All right, greetings. My name is Diego Torres Cicle, and I am effectively a man of many different titles. But I think what this channel is dedicated towards is to be a person of history, to be a scientist, and to basically figure out how to combine those two fields together. I think history for a long time has been kind of a social science. It's part of the humanities, but I think more and more the potential for history is to be used and treated like a science. And so this is big shout out to Dr. Peter Turkin because he coined this concept called cliodynamics. I don't think he was necessarily the first person to come up with this idea, but he did come up with a really nice name for it. Clio means history in Greek. And so cliodynamics is kind of like the dynamical study of history. And the idea is that we use mathematical models to understand history and treat history as a science. And so that's what this YouTube channel is all about, is going to be dedicated to understanding history as a science. And the area that I want to focus the most on is military history. For many years, I've been a big fan of military history. I've studied it for many years. I can't exactly tell you why I'm so curious about studying military history, but it's just one of those areas of life, or one of those studies of life that seem to have come to me quite naturally. And so now I want to sort of explore, what can I do with this knowledge? What can I do with this information? And part of me wants to be a military historian, but the question becomes, what kind of military historian do I want to become? And for many years, I've had this intuitive curiosity for mathematics and science. Science really being applied mathematics. And so I studied chemical engineering. I decided to go all out with chemical engineering. I had this big interest in nuclear history and like the nuclear industry. I've had interest in mathematics generally, just came to me pretty naturally. And now I'm beginning to realize, well, what am I going to do with all these skills? I have this deep intuitive curiosity and exploration for military history, history in general. I have this intuitive curiosity for mathematics, and I find that it's a very applicable tool, as well as science in general. And now I'm beginning to realize that maybe what I can do is learn how to merge the two together. And so this is following the practices of someone like Dr. Peter Turkin, and to be essentially another cliodynamicist out in the world who is dedicating their time and energy to trying to model history using some kind of mathematical or scientific methodology. And so that brings me to this channel. This is what this channel is about. And so welcome to the channel. Feel free to watch the videos as I steadily and slowly post more and more videos dedicated to the study of cryodynamics, and basically share with you my progress, my research, my understanding, and what kind of tips and tricks, nooks and crannies am I able to tap into when I enter this kind of vast field of cryodynamics. And so, how are we going to start this process? I would like to say that I could just immediately jump in and present to you a specific study that I've focused on or something that I've worked on. But something that I'm realizing when it comes to being an expert in science is that you have to have the skill set to do it. And so this is where at least the initial phase of this YouTube channel is going to be about, is me actually developing the skills. I don't presently have all the skills necessary to develop or to be a cryodynamicist, because you're combining so many different fields. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dedicate the first kind of chapter or the first phase of this YouTube channel towards the effort of developing the skills. And so what am I going to learn? I'm going to continue learning mathematics and try to explore any type of mathematics that can be applied to history and use it as some kind of modeling technique. I'm going to continue studying science. And I think there's one particular science that I really think is the most valuable at the present moment when it comes to working with the kind of historical data. I think data science has an application, but what I'm going to focus on more generally is computer science. And so this journey is as much as becoming a cliodynamicist as it is as much as of me becoming a computer scientist or a mathematician or a military historian. And so, of the three fields right now, I think military history is the one that I'm most comfortable with. It's the one that I think I have the most knowledge about. But I have still a lot more to learn there as well. There's a lot of books out there, a lot of documentation out there that I haven't tapped into yet that could be used for the process of cliodynamics. And so that's basically the introduction to this YouTube channel. Feel free to watch the videos. Feel free to comment and question and provide feedback. Share your analyses, share your ideas as we continue this journey. But just to be clear, this initial phase is going to be dedicating a lot of my energy towards mathematics and computer science, because I do think you need to have a very strong foundation in these two fields in order to effectively explore cliodynamics. So thank you for listening to this introduction, and I hope you enjoy the content on this YouTube channel.